Have you ever wondered about the history of Does Bad Things Guy? You might know the history of his brother Brooklyn Guy, but Does Bad Things Guy has a lot of history behind him. But if you don't, I'm gonna show you Does Bad Things Guy's story in this video from the earliest moment we know about him to his final appearance in SML. And maybe at the end you'll have a better understanding of him, and that way if he does return for Jeffy's 20th birthday, which is one of my favorite theories right now, then we'll know a lot more about his character. There isn't too much information about his past, so to get a better understanding of his background, we can use Brooklyn Guy's story to piece together what his brother's history might look like. Brooklyn Guy was born in Brooklyn, New York on August 21st, 1977 to Mr. Guy and Mrs. Barbara Guy, and he had many brothers, including his triplet brothers, Does Bad Things Guy and Dr. Me. And since they all look the exact same, what we can assume is that Does Bad Things Guy was also born in Brooklyn, New York, August 21st, 1977, because if they're twins or triplets with Dr. Me, then it shows that they were likely born around the exact same time. And in Brooklyn, their dad owns a deli called Brooklyn's Deli, which I'm assuming he named after Brooklyn Guy. And there are a lot of stories of Brooklyn Guy and his dad. For example, when Brooklyn Guy was 16, he and his father robbed a bank to try to pay off Brooklyn Guy's previous 45 speeding tickets. Also in Brooklyn Guy's life, his mother Barbara appears to be a resentful person who doesn't love her son and favors her youngest son Jonathan. And maybe she was also the mother to Does Bad Things Guy, and so Does Bad Things Guy could have been hated on even more by his own mom, which is never good for a child's development. And the lack of affection from his parents compared to the affection that Jonathan receives might have been the beginning of Does Bad Things Guy's path toward becoming a bad guy. Many children who lack parental support or guidance do turn to a life of crime, which could have led to him earning the name Does Bad Things Guy, as I don't really know if he was given this name from birth, because imagine if your mom named you Evil. Like, it's just setting you up for success, so I'm assuming he earned the name Does Bad Things Guy. There really isn't a confirmation as to what school he went to, but he could have attended the same school that Brooklyn Guy did, such as Wedgwood Middle School and Billy Bowlingham's Memorial High School, which was named after Billy Bowlingham's after his death. And because Brooklyn Guy and Does Bad Things Guy are identical, it's possible that they went to the same school and experienced very similar things because they look alike. Does Bad Things Guy also has no legs, and if he were Brooklyn Guy's twin, that would mean he would also have legs, but he never appeared with them, because we know that Brooklyn Guy used to have legs, so Does Bad Things Guy also should have had legs. And so perhaps after Brooklyn Guy got his legs amputated, Does Bad Things Guy could have also been punished because they're identical, and maybe they thought Does Bad Things Guy was Brooklyn Guy. However, that really is just a theory, and you can include it in this story as part of something that might be true, but it's not 100% certain. And it's likely Does Bad Things Guy graduated with his triplet brothers, but before they could graduate high school, their father was caught having an affair, which led Barbara to divorce him. And what I'm assuming is that with his family, Does Bad Things Guy moved to Pensacola, Florida, and at some point, Does Bad Things Guy had a wife and daughter, and they moved to the SML house. And he started his murder spree on Halloween in 1999 by killing his wife for unknown reasons and hid her in the secret closet.
25 people were murdered in this house.
What? 25 people were murdered?
Yeah, I mean, just... Oh! How about that? That's 26. How do we miss that one?
And there really isn't any information about what happened to his daughter, and after his first kill, some new people moved into his house, and Does Bad Things Guy told them not to open the secret door. However, they opened the door anyway, so he killed them in order to hide his secret.
But there is one rule, okay?
Oh, what is it?
You never go in there!
What?
Never go in there, ever.
What's in there?
It doesn't matter, don't go in there.
But what if I do?
Well, don't.
But what's in there?
It doesn't matter, you just never go in there, ever. Ever. Whenever you think you're gonna go in there, don't.
And he appeared to be very, very wicked because he would take pictures of the dead bodies. And in SML movie Turkey Tyranny, where we know Does Bad Things Guy was the one appearing in videos, he admits to killing a man in front of his kids by frying him in an electric chair because of the ban of turkeys. And what I'm assuming is that from the events of SML movie The New House to SML movie The Secret Door, all the videos that included Brooklyn Guy are presumed to be Does Bad Things Guy. After murdering all of these people, he would later sell the house to Mario and Bowser in SML movie The New House, and he would continue to act like Brooklyn Guy, taking multiple of his jobs until Jeffy opened the secret door while playing hide and seek with Mario and Rosalina after hearing some knocking from the door. And when he enters the secret door, he screams after what he saw and gets the attention of Mario and Rosalina, and they see so many dead bodies from the previous owners.
Jimmy!
It came from over there, Mario!
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no, Mario!
We're not supposed to go in there.
I know, but Jeffy didn't know that.
We're not supposed to go in here.
I know.
We were told not to go in here. Now we're about to break the rules. We're about to break the rules. The one rule. Oh, it's so dark in here.
Oh, look, there's a light switch, Mario.
What, really? Oh.
And they call Does Bad Things Guy and tell him about the secret door, which causes Does Bad Things Guy to stop his act of being Brooklyn Guy, and he knocks them out and ties them into the room in order to kill them. But right when he was about to murder them, the actual Brooklyn Guy returned from his vacation and he killed Does Bad Things Guy and explains what happened.
Well, can you explain what's going on? We don't understand what's going on still.
Yeah, I know. This has got to be really confusing. Okay, so here's what happened. Who you met in there, that was my brother Does Bad Things Guy. But that was Does Bad Things Guy.
So he does bad things?
Oh yeah, he does really, really bad things.
Well, what was he doing here?
Well, you see, I have a lot of jobs. Right?
Yeah, you're a doctor and a cop.
Right,
Well,
yeah.
you really are those things, right?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a cop and a doctor and all that. But I have a lot of jobs and I needed a break. So I had to take like 7 months vacation and I needed somebody to fill in for me while I was gone. So I got Does Bad Things Guy to take my place.
And I don't even know if Brooklyn Guy had a choice whether or not to kill him. Imagine if you walked in the secret door and saw some dude cutting up so many bodies. You would just think of firing so that you could save someone's life. And Brooklyn Guy explains that the person that they saw was his identical brother, Does Bad Things Guy. And he has many brothers, but supposedly Does Bad Things Guy was his only identical brother who filled in for Brooklyn Guy while he went on vacation. And although we can argue for Dr. Me being identical, it's possible that Dr. Me was just a joke character. And this seems to be where the story of Does Bad Things Guy ends. But it is possible that he will come back. Ever since his death in SML movie The Secret Door, he has yet to make another appearance. However, we have seen multiple times that characters die and come back. One of those characters, for example, is Nancy, where on Jeffy's 18th birthday, it turned out that Jeffy escaped from his mom, shot the gun at her, and jumped out of the van before it exploded. And you would think that she would have definitely died. She got a shot right in the head and then got blown up. However, the next year on Jeffy's 19th birthday, she just came back and said that she was hard-headed and survived both the gunshot and jumped out before the van explosion. And although she was presumably killed again on Jeffy's 19th birthday, I wouldn't be surprised if she came back again on Jeffy's 20th birthday, which is soon. So we just have to wait and see. But you might be thinking, why would they bring back Does Bad Things Guy after years of no appearances? Well, if you think about it, if Nancy survived a gunshot to the head, why can't Does Bad Things Guy also survive a gunshot to the head? And also, not long ago, SML retired Brooklyn Guy's old puppet and introduced a brand new one. And now that Brooklyn Guy has a new puppet, it makes sense to find a new use for the old one. And one idea they could do is bring back Does Bad Things Guy for Jeffy's 20th birthday and have him team up with Nancy or another character, and he could reveal that he was acting as Dr. Me, one of Brooklyn Guy's identical brothers, which could be true or not, and he could be seeking revenge on Brooklyn Guy for getting shot all those years ago. And if he does appear on Jeffy's 20th birthday, it means that his story of evil isn't over yet, and we might see more of him in the future, and maybe he'll change into Does Good Things Guy. But we'll just have to wait and see. And let me know down in the comments if you want to see the story of any other character. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and click on this video here.